goofy ass rule used to do that pissed me off.
All right, I think we're live now.
Talk about it, man.
All right, let's try this again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, Fort Wayne Wolverines podcast. Jim Menzies back this week.
Yes, sir.
We got Q joining us. We got Terry Gardner. We got LB, and on the phone because he had to work today is Justin Woods. What's up, Justin? Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Jay Wood.
How you doing tonight?
Doing well. You?
Good. So we talked earlier a little bit about how what the guys' thoughts were about how practice was going 6 weeks out from the season starting. What are your thoughts?
I like how practice is going. Like the numbers and receivers the last couple times we practiced, and just getting in good reps and getting in good work.
Right. And congratulations on the newly named captain slot there, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. Forgot what we were tracking before Marcus screwed us up.
We're just into our vibe about practice, but Justin, I got a question for you.
What's up?
You being named a captain, your first year semi-pro, like when you heard the news, like what does that mean to you? Like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So, when I seen that I was one of the captains, I was kind of shocked because coming out and playing football again, especially at the semi-pro level. It's something I wasn't expecting. I've never gone into a situation, whether it was high school, the year of college football I had, or even semi-pro, thinking I'm going to go in, be a captain, and kind of make my presence felt. I just go in, do my work, and really I just go in, try to be a positive teammate, try to pick everyone up as much as possible, and do my thing. So it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be named a captain, especially going into my first year of semi-pro, because for the first time, this is the first time I've been a legit captain. I was a honorary captain my senior year of high school, but never really had the status of the captain of the team. So it was definitely a shock, but definitely a privilege to be a captain of this team.
Awesome. Now, Q, you mentioned in your post when you announced the captains, you did the 3 C's to be a captain. Talk about those a little bit. I'm sure that everybody saw them, but just for the audience that's watching again, because it was really informative and to look at it like that. A lot of people probably don't, because a lot of people get that C and they don't, not necessarily just they don't deserve it, but they probably don't think about it in that aspect of.
Well, that was one of the first things. Being a captain is something that you have to earn. So that was one of the first things that I noticed with just naming captains. Period. Like all those players that we named captains, they earned it. Like they didn't, come in with ego tripping. They didn't come in, thinking they're the man already and stuff like that. They came to, kind of fall into their role, but also lead by example. So, I've been a captain before. LB's been a captain before. Terry has too. So just one of those things.
Not me.
Busy has it, but Busy has it, but he definitely leads by example as a coach. But just like you said, just what I'm saying, coming with that, not a chip on your shoulder and leading the team. Whether it be you have some captains who are boisterous, like they talk a lot, they get that rah going. You have some captains who are more internal, which Justin is one of those guys. Like he's more internal, but his presence is set. Like you feel the energy from him, like just off him playing and stuff like that. So just what I'm saying, having that energy as a captain and as a leader of the team, that's just it's easy to name somebody a captain when they bring that type of energy.
Right. Very well deserved. Justin, I've seen him at practice, and I think he has a very good work ethic. And,
he hasn't been hit by my defense yet, but We're just gonna let him know that part right
Hear
off,
that, Justin?
right off the rap.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Minzy's talking shit to you.
We call Justin young Travis Kelce, man. Be on the lookout for him for real this season. I feel like he's gonna make a lot of noise.
I think it's going to be like when he gets off the bus, that first away game, it's going to be like slow motion. He's going to get off the bus, and everybody's going to be watching him. And he's going to be slow motion. Just
We got to see how well he can dance, though.
Travis Kelce got juice. So
you got a touchdown dance planned in your head, Justin, for your first touchdown.
I don't know yet. I'll definitely have to come up with something though.
You get with me, I'll do it with you. Get with me.
Some line dancing.
Google.
You got some dances out there?
No, Terry get down.
So, plans for the upcoming, anything that you want to announce? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, Wolverine World out there. We have May 8th, Michigan Tomahawks, first preseason game. That's in the books right now. Looking for maybe a potential for a second one, but we're kind of playing with the time right now to get that taken care of. We got a lot of our family, a lot of our fellow players that are finishing up some arena, so we got to make sure they're good to go. Get some gelling going on. But going back to the captain thing, one thing about this team is that how I've always presented myself, whether you're a captain or not, but I look at LB, Rico, guys that come out there, have been out there for a minute. You know, they don't have to be a captain to be, you know, a helpful person. Their guidance, their words of wisdom. You know, the things there, the young dudes that we have right now are actually, they're sponges and they're absorbing. And as long as they can keep doing that part, man, I mean, that's what's going to return these guys back from becoming players back to become coaches, is because they're going to feel accepted.
Right.
And that's why we formed this team, is for acceptance and get it done. But I mean, LB, you know, he played on the Thunderhawks, and I coached him and did a really good job as a player and a person. But the thing is, though, when you got to bring all this Fort Wayne talent back to one house, you have to have that care. You got to have that oomph, that will. But you know, we all go to practice, and you know, it's funny. People say a lot of things about me, but you know, if you don't have that swag to understand what these kids want to see, that's a ring. You know, at the end of the day, whether you're first string or fifth string, you have a ring. You know, you're gonna forget about what position you played, or forget about what string you are, because you're gonna tell your own story, and that's what life's about. It's not about the story you're telling now. It's how you tell the story when you've accomplished what you want to accomplish. And that's just how the goals are.
Right. So May 8th, Michigan Tomahawks, the Wolverines are coming for you. Just is that in Michigan? Right?
Three Rivers, Michigan. Yep.
Game at 4:00, and you know, Wolverines go up to bring that swag like we always do.
Full-on preseason game, no like 7-on-7. This is a full-on preseason game.
What you thinking, Brian? We ain't trying to do that stuff.
We're bringing that
7-on-7.
It's 11-on-11, baby. Huh? Wolverines don't do that.
The question is our videographer and our photography people coming to the 11-on-11, Brian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because
Brian,
if
you
there's no
coming?
documentation, it didn't happen.
You coming, Brian?
No, I'll be there.
All right, there we got it.
But wait.
Yeah.
The real question is, Marcus, will you be there?
Bring your damn poodles, bro. Come on. Let's go.
They're my mascot.
Marcus is on the clock. May 8th, Marcus. You got like 4 weeks to put it on your calendar. Get a babysitter for those dogs.
Good. Definitely good.
Oh, so you ain't going to get to fly that drone. Oh, we'll be flying it.
We got uniform reveal should be coming up pretty soon.
Never look good in a suit. Nobody asked you about a suit. What the hell are you talking about?
Talk about a sweatsuit.
Oh, his Russian Adidas suit.
That's right. Tell him. What's that?
Say he ain't look good in that suit either.
Oh, Terry's talking shit, Marcus. You're not here to defend yourself.
Hey, the last podcast I was in, Marcus went straight out to the car and showed me the helmet, the shoulder pads, the gloves, the cleats. They're still in the back of the trunk.
He was looking for that Pee Wee team so he could take him on.
He said he thinks he can spot check old Sunshine here and jump the ranks on.
He just told Terry he's going to pop that trunk.
No, I'm gonna pop the trunk. No.
Why, you need me to paint it?
See what happens when you're not here live? You can't talk shit back to him.
But the crazy thing is, when you have 4 or 5 quarterbacks, I mean, it's you put the problems in the coach's hands. You know, the players that we're talking about is the vets, the linemen, the wide receivers, whatever you're gonna see there. I mean, it's all about opinion. Who's gonna gel with who? And any given Saturday, I was gonna say Sunday, but any given Saturday, you never know how it's gonna end up because people got lives right now. You're not being paid, so you're hoping that you can make every game. But I mean, we all know we've traveled 2-3 hours away, and there's been 30 people get off not even off a bus anymore. They get out cars, and all of a sudden, when you're trying to play you're the offensive center, and pretty soon you're playing D tackle too. It wears the mind out.
Justin, you're going to be there May 8th?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, just make sure.
I'm a piggyback off of what Lindsay said. And question to both of y'all, LB and Terry, and whichever one y'all can start. But dealing with semi-pro and knowing that y'all vets and stuff like that, and like I said, to piggyback off what Lindsay said, like dealing with because both of y'all, y'all got kids and stuff like that, dealing with the family stuff and trying to get everything prepared for Saturdays or a time may change, work or something like that. Like, how do y'all deal with that as far as like family wise or just personally?
Well, for me, mine's a little different than OB. I got one kid, and he's a newborn. So this is actually going to be. Well, he's not a newborn now. He was newborn last year, and so it's going to be kind of different now because before it was my wife just kind of stayed home with him. I came and played. Wasn't that big a deal. He's walking, he's moving, he knows who dad is. He knows what football is now. He's going to be interested. He's going to be at the game.
And that's why Terry's back on the Wolverines, because he knows who dad is.
But he's interested now, so they're going to be at everything. Work-wise, for people that don't know what I do, I build power lines. And our schedule changes all the time. But for the most part, it's Monday through Friday. So my Saturdays are open. That's what's great about playing on Saturdays. The only time that I might struggle is if we go on a storm, like a hurricane hits or something. I'm gone, but that's a drop of a hat. I'm gone. But other than that, man, my wife's real supportive. She's all about, whatever I want to do is as long as it doesn't affect our finances.
Gotcha.
Whatever I want to do, go do it. And she'll be there. So even if we got to drive separate, she's there. She's always been there outside of last year when he was a newborn. But for me, man, there ain't really no preparations.
Probably because
right
she
now
wants a break from Terry. That's why she says go.
Probably does too, but there's no preparation right now. Yeah. But the second kids talks is coming up, so I'm sure preparation gonna be coming soon. Okay.
Don't have any more kids.
What you think, LB?
Well, for me, as y'all know, man, I would have to say it's God, like literally, because I'm in so much different stuff. I train kids at OPS. I coach football at Northside. I'm a full-time barber and shop owner. I'm tired of raising 5 kids and a wife. I just had a newborn. My son finally had 4 girls.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I got my point. But like as far as preparation, it's just like I said, it has to be God because man, like, and my wife too. She's a big supporter. Like, she's a supporter as far as me and my mentals. She knows. I tell her like, babe, like you don't know, like it feels so good. You can put your hands on a grown man and not go to jail. Right, literally, and I could take all my frustration out on this guy in front of me and just destroy him. So she understands. Like she doesn't give me, but I definitely have to say the creator to, fix my schedule because I'm gonna tell you right now, like the average person, if they have my schedule, they will borderline fold. Like they wouldn't be able to.
Plus you're playing arena too. So.
And I'm playing arena too. So yeah, my time is just like, But like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I do a lot of different stuff, and I'm a full-time musician at a church too. So it's like, I just got a lot going on. But like I said, man, as far as preparation, like right now, I've been doing this stuff since I've been playing football too. So it's just like I'm kind of
second nature.
Yeah, it's like it's normal now to me. So, but even with my son, and really like with my son, it's different now too because now like it's just like even though he really can't see me play, but it's just like but
Still looking over there. Though.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll be,
Still looking.
They'll be put the helmet on already. Don't even fool you. Every day. Son, you're going to grow into this helmet one day.
But yeah, man, that's, like I said, wifey, she's a big, supporter when it comes to football. Because, that's normal now, too. So, definitely. Even with,
But guys, what really means a lot, you can talk about all the memories and stuff like that, but when you see your kids grow up and they remember, and what's good for me is that I hear some of the players I played with and coached and stuff like that, and they remember my kids coming out there. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, though, you'll never lose that bondship, that brotherhood, no matter if you disliked or did like the guy, whatever it is. But you know what? You still had that same strive in life that to accomplish. So, and then my biggest goal in life is, with 9 grandchildren, is I see their sports, and you go out there and then, but it takes one young man to walk up and say, "Man, you coached me." Yep. 5th and 6th grade. I mean, that is like the most exciting part of any man's life, is to say, did I influence it? I heard a guy say one time, it was just on a video I was watching the other day, and said, he goes, "Was my life, did I reflect somebody? Did my life reflect somebody do positive?" Mm-hmm. And when you can change that look on somebody's face or that smile, and you come out to our team, and right now we're in the process of doing like Boys and Girls School, stuff like that, trying to figure out how to get them out there. But the COVID restrictions, you got to protect one's own. So, and you guys playing, it's going to be exciting one day when some kid walks up and says, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" For sure. Because they don't know. Right. So I mean, that's the thing, fellas. What we do. I mean, I know Terry, he was a church group, and I definitely go to church. LB, we always go to church. Yeah. But I think LB hit it on the head. If you don't think that guy upstairs for what you can do today, you're fooling yourself. For sure, man. Because you stretch about 70 different ways in the stress of life, the bills, and everything, and make sure practice goes. And to get to practice, it's a stress.
Yeah, right. Yep. Now there's the other end of the spectrum for the young guys like Justin, like bouncing all this stuff. It's easy, right?
Keep saying the young guy, like we old.
You there, Justin?
You are old.
Oh yeah, what's up? I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I said the old men in the room were talking about balancing life and football and all their kids and stuff, and I said there's the other spectrum, other end of the spectrum. You're how old are you? What, 20?
Yeah, 20.
So I mean, balancing all this stuff.
He going with it. He 19.
Yeah.
He going with it.
20, I remember that.
You still got baby fuzz on the chin.
Yeah, well, I'd have to say, I mean, as of now, I'm working in a school. I run the after-school program. I'm currently still in college doing online stuff, but just making the time, making the drive up to Fort Wayne, practicing, driving back home. At some nights it's tough, just back and forth with school on top of that, and then work the next day. But I just remember every time I show up to practice, it's not a miserable thing. I love being there. Just getting to practice, it makes the drive worth it. But as of recently, I found a good balance to balance out schoolwork, work, and then getting to practice each week.
Definitely the key to anything really is trying to balance it all out. Making sure you're dedicating enough time to each thing, especially when you're in school. I know how that was. I was going to school and working full time and stuff, and it was a lot to do. But but that's dedication for all you guys, even the older guys doing it. You got a family. You got a family.
I tell you what, the dedication like that is something totally different. You got guys like him and Brad drive 2+ hours just to go to practice, and they're at every practice. And like we're fortunate to the teams in the city we live in. Yeah. So I get home. Yeah, I might complain about rushing for 10-15 minutes after I get home, but I'm rushing 10-15 minutes down the road. Yeah. They're rushing 2 hours. You know what I mean? If this team was 2 hours away, I probably wouldn't be playing football.
Right. They went. I mean, both Justin and Brad made it to practices in the wintertime at the.
How'd you deal with that, LB? How'd you deal with that when you was playing at the Thunderhawks?
Oh, it was rough. I ain't know. That was rough. I tip my hat off to them because I did it for 2 years. And with my situation now, with me more kids and I'm getting older.
See, that's our sales pitch now. I said, look, you want to go out of town, but you got to drive 2 hours for a home game, and then you're going to drive another 2 hours for a away game. So,
but like I'm gonna say this: when you're young, it's cool.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna stop. It's a breeze. When you're young, man, do it. Me, you know what I'm saying? When you get like 5 kids and you working and you doing your own thing, you get your own business and stuff, man. Like it was only the right move.
Yep.
Sure. I was supposed to be here last year. You know what I mean? Like,
I know,
but I owed it to them.
My blind side knew
I owed it to them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We won the championship, so I felt like I should have went back, even though it was a disaster.
But it's what's amazing though is from what my perspective in life is to watch you guys grow up.
Sure.
I mean, being in Fort Wayne, for the last 20 years, and there's a lot of people mistaking me thinking I've been here all my life, and I haven't. But I mean, I grew up. I was born and raised here for the first 7 years. Moved to Ohio, but came back. But just seeing, watching you guys in high school and develop, and some of you guys go to college, and then we out there at Flag, Lawton, and now here in Havenhurst, and semi-pro. But what's very interesting to me is that it's the same faces, and it's the same nucleus of players, the same camaraderie, the same want, and that's kind of where you're at with it. It's like, we've all experienced, everyone's experienced leaving Fort Wayne to go play on some other team, and like I explained to everybody at practice was, you go there and you go in there is for one reason, and the one reason is that you went out there because you thought you missed something or it wasn't offered. But on the same thing, it's to come home and to bring all this talent level. I mean, think about it. Fort Wayne is a big city, bigger than what most people think. But when you start looking at the teams that we provide for, and player-wise, you can't do nothing but bring them all back home and try to win this championship.
No, for sure. And finally, I learned, now being a coach and kind of separating yourself from playing, but still having that urge. Like my wife tells me all the time, like you sore and you hurting and this and that. You want to be hurt again, but like you said, you got that want and that need to play and that urge and stuff like that. But I learned, especially last year, finding that other perspective of coaching and really diving into it, dissecting plays, coming up with plays, stuff like that. It's actually a lot more fun and it's different. You it's like you playing but you're not playing, and to see you draw up a play or draw up a scheme or something like that and it worked to perfection, like it's like the ultimate. So like me finding the balance in that, it was a struggle at first, but I think I got a hold on it, and it's been fun. So.
Oh man, my fun's listen to you clowns after practice. If you ever you don't know about LB.
Try to take a road trip with us.
Oh,
hey, I'm telling you right now, I am. It gave me gut hurt. I start laughing. They start making fun of each other, but at the end, we're family and friends, and we wouldn't do anything less than do what we're doing now. But my wife's like, "Hey, practice got over at 8:00." And I'm
like,
my
wife is too.
Hey, it's 9:30. I'm like, you live 15 minutes away. I go, you don't know what happened. I said, my guts hurt.
I met you to get the cameras and go to Best Buy. I was in trouble when I got home because my wife was waiting for me so we could do stuff, which I didn't know.
Yeah, I understand.
I was like, look,
I've taken a lot of blame over the years, Brian. You just tell me it's my fault.
I did. I said it's Minty Q's fault.
Yeah, for real, man. Shout out to the wife for being understanding.
Oh, please.
My wife, she's just like, we're talking.
Yeah, for sure. My wife knows.
Q pops the tailgate on his truck, and it's like a 12-year-old girls talking after school.
For sure, bro. We gossip and everything. We really get into it though.
But half the time,
we talk about the person that cracked on us and 2 years ago, this and that. Like we really dive into it.
Well, you got this cat that comes out there and see, he hadn't played in 8 years, and he comes out there and he looks like he's seen deer in headlights. He seen somebody come running at him.
For sure.
He told me about how tough he was, and I said, you could be mentally tough, but until you get that lick, you just don't know. I mean, you get up there and snot bubbles in that helmet sideways. You can tell me all the stories you want, but I'm going to see them deers in the headlight look.
Okay, cool. So to go off that, I got another question. giving me gems, man. I like a gym. But to go off that, like, seeing how semi-pro is what it is now and how it's developed, especially you, Jim, like, over the years, what is the do's and don'ts, like the thing that people get wrong about semi-pro and the thing that people get right about semi-pro, as far as what you didn't experience?
Well, the dues are, you got to remember when I first moved to Fort Wayne, you got on there, but heck, we had T.C. Brown, Zach Start, we had a lot of old school, and they did it. They had the same love and compassion I have, and I caught myself doing it. I mean, we Memorial Park, I'll never forget as long as I lived. We was in the national playoffs, and I look over at T.C. Brown. He's breakdancing, and he got his big old ass stuck, and Zach got to do he was doing a backspin, and Zach got to spin him around by his foot. But I mean, that's where we all laughed. Wyatt Vaughn, Jerry Campbell, Charles Dempsey, James Payne. You got Arnold's got Corn. I mean, Corey Johnson, Goodwills. But it wasn't nothing to be stretching. And I'm always doing something. You guys know me. I'm doing something stupid anyways. But I'm laughing. But you got 25 other dudes just laughing. Yeah. The kids nowadays, man, they get there, and it's so serious. Yeah. It's like there's a guy in the sky somewhere looking down saying, man, he messed up. He's getting cut. Right. The thing is to look at it as one way in life. Is it fun? When you lose the fun, lose the pads. I know it's competitive. What I tell people, if you want to make this recreational or do you want to make it semi-pro? But recreational, you can take 25 guys, slap on a helmet, look like some Sandlot stuff, go out there and get smoked up, but you're still drinking some beer going back to the house. What I'm talking about semi-pro is a little bit of organization skills, a little bit of this and that, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to win. But, you can have a losing record as long as, you put your all. You're at that level. If you reach that level, then you're good. But the thing is, how do you want to further yourself? That's the kids that got to figure out. We mentioned the kids. I look at LB and you guys like kids, but the thing is I laugh about is if they can go out there and they can get a little bit of film and they can move on, I'm excited for them. Yeah. Every single one of them. Yeah. What I like now is that we got all these players that are high school coaches, Metro coaches, PAL coaches, and the kids are looking at them. So you can't become a coach if you're not willing to be critiqued, And what I look at people is I have more of the personal skills. I know how to get that camaraderie going by, laughter. I'm always about laughing, man. I mean, my wife tell you, even if I'm dead scared, I'm laughing because I don't know how else to do it. But, so again, when you're doing things in life, as long as you have fun, when I used to go up to your dad's shop and LB cut my hair, it wasn't nothing to walk in the shop. Everybody looked at me like thought I was like excise or something, They'd start laughing and high five. Who's this guy coming in the shop? But it's just fun because that's how we are. But as soon as I see you guys all and I start looking over, I'm just waiting for you guys to smile because then it's over with.
Easiest haircut you've ever done? You don't have much hair.
Brian, with your pineapple top, you trying to take a little smile. Come on now, Brian.
Hey, Lindsay, don't hate on. He got a nice comb over.
You see what it is? You got gel.
No, it's pomade.
It's pomade.
No, it's gel, but
little spiky up there,
go
Brian.
outside because the wind will loosen my moose.
They telling me to speak up. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna talk louder.
No, I think it's because the mic is.
Marcus.
And our technical guy probably doesn't really know what he's doing.
It's the Poodle Walker, man. It ain't me.
But if you take, at the end of the day, each one of us in here, we do the podcast to let people know about us. This week we got LB and Terry on board. We're mild compared to what we are out there at practice. If you guys only,
this is toned down.
If you could only mic,
I don't have a bleep button on my
If you could mic it up, you guys would be amazing.
We out there.
Is that true?
Well, you gotta look over, and then LB one time looks at me and he pulls out his little debit card and he thinks he's gonna swipe it back my head. And I was like, "What are you doing, man?" He said, "Look at that." I said, "Look, you cut my hair like that, so you know what I got back here, damn clown." But it's all these dudes. Terry come out. First time I saw Terry come out to practice, I thought he got the nickname Sunshine. He had his little blonde mullet, and I was like, we was waiting for you to do some yoga.
Terry, something was wrong with Terry when I first met him.
Yeah, I gained weight though. That daddy weight.
2 pounds out there talking quarterback.
He definitely came with that quarterback vibe, and he was strutting his stuff. He had that Conor McGregor strut, you know, with the
scored
with the juice on him and stuff.
Every time we scored,
he did his thing though. I give him props.
And he had like 15 NFL balls.
Yeah, what? Like, oh, he really went. Like,
I don't use those high school balls.
I don't use them.
I sand these myself, you know.
Oh wait, don't forget about his brushing the ball. Practice. He's got his hair.
Routine.
He got the ball.
You got that brush like on that movie Will Ferrell with the Blades of Glory or whatever. He has that.
I've upgraded now.
That brush.
Yeah, I got an automated machine in the garage. I turn the button on. I hold the ball. It does the brushing for me. It's a setup. It's a setup.
You seriously dropped that.
So pick six better turn into nothing now. He's got to make sure because he got his own personal preference ball now.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm glad it ain't like the NFL. You throw a pick and the team keeps your ball because that's a lot of work going on in football.
That's my money too.
Hey, give that ball back.
Yeah, throw that back, bro.
So let everybody know here in the world too, Brian does our photography. We have a new gentleman coming on board, Jacob. He's coming out there dedicating some time. Marcus has been doing kind of all your editing work, your videography, and pay him some respect, guys. I mean, they do a lot of hard labor. If you guys ever need some photos done, some videos done, whatever, we definitely can make sure they do a very good job of that part. We want to give them props.
Media team, they do their stuff, man.
And I don't want to forget Kelly. Kelly Parker's not here tonight, but you know what? She deserves her props. I mean, I was just texting her on the way here, and you know it's amazing. If I text my wife or I text Kelly, I got like 4,615 sentences coming behind it, and they want to know like what you're breathing, what you're thinking. So again, but she's the one that she's the glue. She keeps everything together for us.
Definitely the mastermind behind everything.
Thanks, Brian. Make me feel wanted.
Well, you're the second mastermind.
All right.
No, she the goat though, for real.
Hopefully she'll have a break from working all the time and be able to call in, or at least call in.
Yeah, man, we have to get her on here. Mom dudes, we're gonna get you on for sure.
Hopefully, maybe she's I don't know if she's watching. Can you see who's watching? Are you keeping track of it? We do have 11 subscribers now.
Ooh, we lit.
Brian, they said something's in your hair.
Oh, yeah.
No, I see through. He's looking at the back of the thing.
Oh, is that what it is? That's what it was.
No, she's still working.
She works way too much.
Hey, man, gotta get it
My
on
wife
the
does
list
too.
sometime.
She went in at 6 o'clock and she's still at the office. So
My wife right here, she went to the gym. I get like her. Shout out to Beta. Beta, you want to get on the channel? No, she said no. Never
she's
mind.
on the
Sorry.
camera. The camera can get her in that chair. She's live.
I said, no, she ain't doing it.
So May 8th, Michigan
Tom Hawks, yes.
Tomahawks, and then possibly a second preseason game. June 12th, season kicks off.
I don't know what he said it was. I'm sorry.
He said,
Is that a dunk? Like a dunk, a tomahawk?
It's a tomahawk dunk.
What is a tomahawk?
It's an Indian axe.
really?
Remember the Atlanta Braves?
You
We
didn't know
used to
that?
do the tomahawk chop, the Atlanta Braves.
I don't really know what it is. I just,
How you do that, Brian?
that's me.
It would be poke.
LB's proud of the situation. He tried to get me to prime him up here, and all of a sudden it's going to
We
take
went
me.
to that game and someone single bit. That's that dude that asked what a tomahawk is.
So Dre's not here, right, Buck?
Yep.
But last year he was on the team
Yep.
and he was puking all the time, right?
Yeah. On the sidelines.
So
That
he-
empowered.
On the sidelines puking, so people can step.
Wait,
in.
this is empowered. He wasn't even on the sidelines. Was that?
Oh, this
practice?
is empowered.
In practice.
This is from warm-ups, throwing
Warm-ups.
light fade warm-ups.
Passed out
For
almost.
sure. We was at the Plex.
So
twice.
so he left and went to the Thunderhawks, right?
No, he come up and told me, he said, Coach, I really need you to go get me a ring. And I'm like, you're passing out of practice. But hey, go ahead if you want to. Go down there and enjoy it.
All right.
So he went there. outcome was outcome. I mean, what was it, like 6-0, something like that, to let you guys know.
Oh yeah, they got upset.
But
No, y'all took out our quarterback.
but you know what?
He was fresh off the couch, though.
But
Shout out to Adonis.
Shout out to Dada.
but people, but see again, the failure when you play with your own kids, you help coach or watch or whatever it's going to be, is that you know what to do, And again, I mean, not picking on said, coach said, just letting you know that Sid, Dietrich, LB was up there, Adonis. I mean, it kept going. Reek. So I mean, most of them guys is who we played with and how we practiced. Yeah. So you know what they're capable of doing. You know how to get in their head, and they were trying to get in our head. And it was actually a good game. It was a hard fought game.
I'll tell you what's annoying about games like that though, when you line up and you see Freddie, LB, Dietrich in the back, and I'm just sitting there going, oh, I'm gonna get sacked. Better get this ball out of my hand.
But Buck, the thing is, it's an influence game. Yeah. I mean, it's just like the NFL. They're trying to steal the next player, trying to do things like that. But if we get this thing corralled and move forward this year, last year was a pretty good season for us, but this year we got a lot more hype and hope. So we're trying to
Indianapolis back together.
Not the Indianapolis. I'm an Indian.
We got to do it.
Finally got everybody on one team.
Is us together though?
That's what finally got everyone on one team. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, we've been together on one team.
The thing,
No,
the
not
thing,
like this though.
Like I said,
No,
yeah.
not. We've been on the team in I would say sloppy. It was
Right.
it was a
Yeah,
sloppy
yeah.
situation.
So now to
We got the
finally,
job done, but it was sloppy.
yeah. So now to finally get it organized and see everybody back
We
together.
older
like,
too. A lot of us older.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's gonna be.
We want to
It's,
share.
Not only
Yeah,
that,
for
you
sure.
got all the young guys like
I'm off it.
Justin on the team. You got Brad. You got all these
Him
new.
until them pads come
New
out.
Brad is
guys.
like that.
Huh?
Brad is like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the thing is, all these young dudes that haven't seen what the vets can do yet. That's the thing.
yeah.
I mean, that's where it's all at. When you, you go back as far back when I had the explosion. I mean, when you showed up, we went out there because it was a social gathering. It wasn't because we wanted to practice. We was out there laughing, joking, got busy for about 40 minutes, head back home.
Yeah.
On Saturdays we did our thing, head back home. You win a championship, play in a championship, do a championship. LB got probably the only one I know personally got the national ring. Went down, played with another team, and got invited, played it. Again, that's an accomplishment that you just don't get overnight. So, and that's the things that help separate. That's the things that people want to see is like, what can I do? What's my goal? Right now, hell, we're selling clothing like no tomorrow. And hey, don't hook it up anywhere else, but you go to Q Washington, man. You make sure you get your little suede on. I guess that'd be.
Got the Wolverines merch. You need sweatsuits. You need hoodies, hats, socks, baby clothes, headbands, wristwatches.
It was funny because like the first time I went out there and like one of them players said something, I go, man, I look juicy. Well, I got booed out of the whole stadium, man. Then I found out that word's called drip. I was like, it don't even make sense. It don't sound like it's a drip to us. My age.
He said juicy.
That's
He's
it,
talking
juicy.
about what his pores were doing.
Juicy. Hey, it was your damn hand on that football that was juicy. Slipped out through them 6 picks we were talking about.
6 picks. I thought it was a pick six. So it was 6 picks.
That's what I said. Hey, it just keeps changing.
No, but that's how really. But I tried to give him the name Pick Six.
Oh,
It just sounded better. 6 picks. But I was called Pick Six.
I'm glad he ain't got me on Madden because he be turning everything all Madden and throwing it in the air.
Oh my gosh! Man, I haven't played. I didn't even know these thumbs could operate. I think I can still whip your ass on that thing. No, I promise you
know
that.
about that.
Nah, but the Wolverines merch. Anybody need Wolverines merch? Holla at me, man. I got it from your family need it, you need it, fans, players, whatever. We got.
I did have the guy at Peanuts, probably Terry's father-in-law. I don't know if that was him or not.
Maybe.
Asked for free T-shirts.
Yeah, man. Just hit my inbox, man.
man, get your father-in-law a t-shirt. Man.
We need to have
Yeah, man. You want to be a part of our
on the back. Put
Get it
Pick
right.
6.
I'll sign it too.
Sign
And we
Pick
can put
6.
whatever you want on it too.
Sounds good.
Wait, I got.
You got any questions?
Brian's music just pulls that comb over.
Y'all got any questions?
No one's probably watching.
We'll get hooked up though. Get this thing supported and sent out there, and we're good to go. Hey, but we definitely got to get Reek and LB. We got to get some of them clowns there at one time. It might turn into Freddie.
We'll call that comedy night.
I'll tell you right now.
Sorry, Marcus. I didn't know it was not going to be that loud. Those sound effects on you.
So these only up when they live, or they stay on YouTube afterwards?
Though Marcus will edit them and then he'll post a link once the live is done. I don't think you can go back and watch it though. He has to edit it and then post it back up.
Yep.
Okay.
Upload it.
About to get them 2-minute, 32-second Joe Rogan type YouTube skits. Watch 30 of them of the same interview.
Can't believe you watched Joe Rogan.
Hey, I like quality.
You don't like it?
It's competition. He don't like it.
I don't know nothing about it, so that's why I asked.
Pretty sure it's no competition.
Ooh.
He's got way more subscribers than we do.
Next podcast, Brian got to come out himself in a bathrobe and some sunglasses.
Yeah, I got some sunglasses and I got a bathrobe.
Call it.
Fire.
I think I'm gonna miss that one. Probably be working.
All right.
You ain't gonna be working. Be 3 inches of snow outside.
That's right.
Sitting at home. Shout out to Wild.
Justin, you got anything else to add? You've been kind of quiet. These guys won't shut up long enough to let you talk. Sorry.
Doing homework.
You're doing homework.
Yeah, I don't have much really to add. Just besides looking forward to the start of the season and just winning games this year.
Right on.
Good to go.
All at us, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, hit the like button. Follow us on Twitter at FW_Wolverines. Instagram at FW_Wolverines. Facebook, Fort Wayne Wolverines. And anywhere else in Fort Wayne, Wolverines. Fact.
Yep. See, I can never remember all that. Props to Q for memorizing all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, anybody got any? Y'all want to shout out y'all social media handle? LB.
Just follow me at LB Cuts on IG. I'm just download the clips for sure.
Haircut by LB, bro.
Like fade
You got an Instagram handle, Terry?
I got Instagram and Facebook, but it ain't nothing y'all want to get on. But I got a motorcycle club y'all can go follow if y'all got bikes and stuff. It's IBW Local 1393 Motorcycle Group on Facebook. We do 2-3 motorcycle rides a year, all for Cancer Society Indiana. So
That's good.
Is it just your club, or is there other clubs? Because my wife's best friend has a
we-
club the Vets Club. They do a lot of rides too. So I don't know if they do.
I mean, we all go to each other's rides and stuff, but we are one of 150 charters within the United States, Canada, Guam, Puerto Rico, and Ireland. So
Good cause to help them out. Even if you don't ride, go support them. Buy a T-shirt or
is.
something. Jim, you got a
I'm old, man. We don't have that stuff.
you got an Instagram.
Follow him on BlackPlanet.com.
This social media stuff about before the grandkids do, man. I'm telling you right now.
Had them take your pics and everything.
That's right.
Get me right, bro.
We got pictures back then. He ain't had no pictures.
That's right.
He went off a bio.
Right.
Bio, that's right.
great picture in the corner.
6'6", 215, all muscle.
Right. Lie like a
Hit him on grind.
Got abs of steel. Boy.
Ryan, you got anything you want to
Got
share?
abs and
Got
wheels.
ab book. Ab book.
Wheels.
No S on the end of that ab.
No, just like Jim said earlier, if you need pictures, hit me up on Facebook. My sports photography is from the Press Box Photography. I also have a sports site that I do write-ups on and for the teams and stuff from the press box. So, other than that, anybody else got anything else?
Good.
All right.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yep, we're gonna wrap that up. And we got 60 players on the team, and only 11 subscribers on our channel. So
About 66.
Jim said if you don't subscribe tonight, then you're gonna run extra laps. If whoever
Tomorrow. In the snow.
In the snow. So should have at least 60 followers on our channel by now.
Exactly right.
Right?
We're getting out there. We'll do it.
Yeah. So as always, you're watching the Fort Wayne Wolverines podcast. Season kicks off June 12th versus the Cutters, right? Cutters. Games are played still at your Havenhurst.
Right now they are.
Right now at Havenhurst Park in New Haven. So come check those out. Games are free to watch. Right? Need some fans out there. Some city support.
COVID's been keeping y'all in the house. Come out to the game.
Yeah, man, get out the house. Get off that couch.
Get those kids out of the house. Get them off the video games.
Sure.
All right.
All right. That's going to do it for us. You guys have a good